Hi, I'm Mark Griffiths from Wrexham Football Club and welcome to another edition of Wrexham's Greatest Games, in which we recap the great matches in our club's long history. Well, today we're going to 1997 and Peterborough. Peterborough United away in the fourth round of the FA Cup. Brian Flynn's famous cup fighting team had already caused a shock in the third round by beating West Ham, and now they travel to Peterborough. The weather had meant that this tie took place later than the other fourth round games and after the draw for the fifth round, so the sides knew that their reward, should they get through, was an away tie at Birmingham City. A big tie at a big club that was in the Championship at the time. Wrexham and Peterborough both in League One and were pretty much of a muchness, but Wrexham had a hideous record at Peterborough. Their last 12 visits, they'd won none, drawn 2, lost 10, including their last 5 games at London Road. It was a place we tended to come away from empty-handed. Indeed, the previous season, we went out of the FA Cup in the third round at Peterborough. Also, Wrexham, while we were enjoying a fabulous cup run, was stuttering in the league. We'd only won 2 out of 8 league matches just since the FA Cup run began. So, bit of a task for Wrexham, away from home, but backed by an amazing crowd. It's fantastic scenes in this footage of the brilliant Wrexham following. I recognise so many of them. In fact, I gave a lift to a fair number of them too. But it was a memorable game. Watch out on the other side, of course, for amongst a few dangerous Chesterfield players, Carl Griffiths, who would go on to have a very effective loan spell at Wrexham in the future, but sadly we weren't able to make the deal permanent. So, fasten your seatbelts, because if you need an introduction into why the FA Cup is such a special, no-holds-bars competition, this is a great example of it. 1997, Peterborough United against Wrexham.
At stake for the winners tonight, a trip to St Andrews in the 5th round of this competition and a tie against First Division Birmingham City. Plenty to play for, but for both these second division clubs. Mr. Posh out on the field, welcoming both the sides. The Wrexham team going over to its supporters, 2,000 and more, offering vociferous support. We've made the long journey down from North Wales for this evening's cup tie. Well, Peterborough United manager Barry Fry is forced to make changes to the team that lost 1-0 here to Walsall on Saturday in the second division. Out goes Scott Houghton and Martin Carruthers, both having hernia operations. Louis Donowa is ineligible. He's a lone player. In come Zekro, Welshman Carl Griffiths and David Morrison. As for Wrexham, Brian Flynn makes one change to the team that drew with Gillingham on Saturday. Kevin Russell comes into the middle of the park in place of Gareth Owen, who's on the bench. On-loan signing from Liverpool, Lee Jones, is also ineligible for the FA Cup competition. Well, Kevin Russell will always be a hero for Wrexham supporters after his wonderful strike at Upton Park sealed the famous third-round win over West Ham. He once spent a period on loan here at London Road with Peterborough. Peterborough now managed, of course, by the colourful Barry Fry, one of the most charismatic characters in the league, and a win here tonight would see him return to his previous club, Birmingham City, for the next round. The referee tonight is Mr. Mark Halsey from Welwyn Garden City, and Mrs. Wendy Toms, by the way, is one of the assistant referees. Wrexham in their change strip of white and black to kick off. The kick-off, by the way, delayed for about a quarter of an hour to allow the travelling Wrexham support to get to the game on time. In the third round of the competition last season, Wrexham completely dominated proceedings, but somehow managed to lose by a goal to nil. A great deal has changed at Peterborough since then, both on and off the field. Marriott, always alert. It's a huge kick looking for Watkin. Gets the ball on, and Dutchman Bart Griemink former Birmingham City goalkeeper, making his presence felt. Opportunity for Zico, down he goes, under the challenge, and the referee no hesitation in giving a free kick to Peterborough. So danger here for Wrexham.
Well, again, it's an explosive start by both teams. Both sides wanting to go forward, trying to get this opening goal. And really a nasty challenge from Tony Humes there.
Wrexham captain giving away the free kick. That's a long-range effort from Aidy Boothroyd, but well off target, and Wrexham survive. Foul on Ken Chowlery. Free kick to Peterborough. Looking towards Zico. Rowe gets up well. Good shot, good save. Good turn by Carl Griffiths. Well saved by Andy Marriott. Carl Griffiths has a chance to show Barry Fry what he's capable of tonight, returning to the side.
Yeah, he's had experience at a higher level, Carl Griffith. It's a super little first touch to take it onto his left side and then a low strike with his right foot. But good save from Andy Marriott, good positioning.
Good clearance. Ryan Hughes, 5 goals himself this season in the FA Cup. Very much a player in the spotlight at the moment with Wrexham. Back to McGregor. Throw heads clear, picked up by Peter Ward. Dead embrace. Connolly's touch. Russell, neat play. Maybe just too far ahead, but it gets to Steve Watkin. And Brian Hughes had just taken up a position in front of him, wanted the ball, but Watkin didn't see him. Simon Clark. Chowlery's there. Zico with a header. He got up well above that embrace. Forced Marriott into the save, but it wasn't powerful enough to beat the goalkeeper.
Now, this could be a danger area for Wrexham because Zico at the far post is a lot bigger than Darren Brace, and really if Peterborough knock the balls high and long to the far post, it could be a bit of danger.
Willis, Chowlery. The danger man Ken Chowlery. Rose taking up a useful position on the right. Chowlery makes his way into the penalty area. Boothroyd. And a chance for Chalk to create something for Wrexham. Watkin to Chalk again. Brian Hughes, it's all too tight really. Now then, Carl Griffiths needs to be quick. Brian Hughes losing possession in a dangerous part of the field, and suddenly Wrexham under pressure from Carl Griffiths.
But Wrexham giving the ball away too easily in midfield.
Ryan Carey having to defend Morrison in the danger area. Back to Chowlery. Wrexham struggling to clear this ball. Chowlery again. Across it goes, only needed a touch. Roger Willis. A touch, I think, and that would have been 1-0. The ball was played across. There were a couple of Peterborough players there who could have capitalised. They didn't.
Well, they should score from this, really. It's a great ball. Nightmare for defenders and goalkeeper to defend against. And Roger Willis, really, he's got to see that a lot earlier and get into a goal-scoring position. Really got to go for it with more conviction. Great chance for Peterborough.
Just dropped ahead of Carl Griffiths first of all, but Roger Willis completely taken by surprise. Griffiths though, good touch to Rowe. Rowe plays it forward, there's not offside, no offside, and it's in! Wrexham looked for offside, but Ken Chowlery didn't hesitate. He took it around Andy Marriott, and with 20 minutes gone, Peterborough's prolific goal scorer gives them the lead, but Wrexham look to the linesman, and I'm sure there's a suspicion, if not more than a suspicion, of offside about that goal.
at this here. Well, really very difficult to see whether that was offside, but they had their luck a few moments ago, Wrexham, and really you can't afford to let players drift in behind you that easily. Ken Charlery has been about the scene for many years, good finisher, and took it very calmly.
Straight to Carey. Whether Charlery was offside or not, he took it well. Showed his coolness and his experience. Chalk. Watkin. That embrace. Russell. Hughes. Ryan Hughes looking for Chalk. It's a Wrexham corner. Their first of the game. And it's Peter Ward who'll go across to take the corner for Wrexham. Into the penalty area. Now ventured Brian Carey and Tony Hughes. Ward's corner, looking for Carey. Not too convincingly dealt with by Greening. Connolly. Powerful header, yes! It's the equalizer. Wrexham have hit back superbly. Peter Ward, he doesn't score that often with a header, but he made no mistake on that particular occasion. And Peter Ward has given Wrexham the perfect response.
Well, I was about to say it's a great response. This is a super header. You know, keeper's got no chance, right in off the stanchion. What a great header. Peter Ward normally just sits in midfield. Lots of bodies going in there. McConnelly just picks his time, takes his time into the far post. Watch this for a header. Bending into the top corner. Superb finish.
And then a far happier travelling support now than a couple of minutes ago. Russell. Ward. Down in place. Ward wants the return pass. Watkin, good touch. Connolly. Ward. Good play by Hughes, good turn. That was good football all round from Wrexham. Brian Hughes just in one instance spun and his shot wasn't too far away.
This boy's got a lot of talent, Brian Hughes. Very well balanced on both sides. Little tickle around the side and a good strike. Just bobbled up slightly as he was about to strike the ball. But this is a super little turn here. Just tickles it round the corner. Just didn't get his body over the ball to keep it down.
Connolly. Neat little turn. Looking for Watkin. Could drop for Kevin Russell. Good save. Visions of West Ham all over again, I think, when that ball dropped for Kevin Russell. This time, Bart Grimming was equal to the shot.
Yeah, it's nearly West Ham all over again here. Carey doing very well to knock it down. Again, this is a super strike, but the keeper in a good position, 6 yards off his line, narrowing the angle down, knocks it wide.
Danger isn't over though, it's Chalk. So still exerting pressure, it's a good cross. And it's away for the second Wrexham corner in this first half. Bodley having to concede that corner. Brian Carey is up, he's being watched by Andy Edwards. In by Ward, headed down. That was a chance for Tony Hughes. Just threw himself at the ball. And maybe he'll be disappointed he didn't hit the target.
Well, all the Peterborough players thinking this is going to the middle of the goal. Martin Chalk at the far post knocking it down, but you've got to say that's a brave header because Roger Willis's boot was really in his Tony Humes' face there. Martin Chalk just drifting unmarked. Yeah, but again, you've got to say from that angle, it's a better chance.
Boothroyd with the kick. In comes the header. Good save by Marriott. Carl Griffiths' header. And the Welsh international reacted well.
Well, again, it's all about pace from the cross. Super header again, but Marriott does very well. Just tipping the crossbar. Pressure for Wrexham now.
Into injury time, and it's Andy Edwards with a final touch. Carey. Peterborough looking for offside, wasn't given. Russell. Kevin Russell, the gap is open. Russell shot. But Grimming was well positioned on his 6-yard line and dealt with that effort comfortably from Kevin Russell.
Well, Peterborough do like to play the offside. They push up quickly. Kevin Russell doing very well, just half a yard. Good save from the keeper because it just bounced in front of him.
That free kick from Andy Marriott is the last action. What's been quite an exciting and eventful first half. In every round of this season's competition, Wrexham have progressed after a replay against Colwyn Bay, Scunthorpe and West Ham. And Tony Humes again adjudged to a foul. Don't think the Wrexham captain can quite believe the decision, but went for the ball with Ken Charlery, who's a real handful. And the referee awarding the free kick. Now then, this is dangerous for Wrexham. Can they bring everyone back behind the ball? Derek Payne is there. So too is Morrison. Plenty of jostling in that penalty area. Morrison steps up. Well struck, save by Marriott! He couldn't hold on to it. And it's Carl Griffiths who's reacted quicker than anyone else. And with only 2.5 minutes gone of the second half, Peterborough are back in the lead.
Well, really, Wrexham has started off very slowly in this second half. Andy Marriott's got to get hold of that. But a good poaching goal from the striker there, Carl Griffiths, finishing off from a couple of yards. Difficult ball to save, just bouncing in front of Andy Marriott, but a quality keeper should get hold of that. Carl Griffiths just following up an easy goal for him, really.
Watkin. Free kick given against Bodley, was climbing all over Steve Watkin. Wrexham could well depend on the accuracy of Peter Ward from here. He's already hit back once, Peter Ward, with a terrific header. Good strike! Great save. Well, Peter Ward's got a fantastic left foot. He scored some spectacular goals. He wasn't too far away then.
Again, full of confidence, already got one goal. Nearly going into the top corner for him. Good strike, plenty of pace, plenty of bend on the ball.
Ward immediately back in the action with the corner. It's not dealt with comfortably by the keeper. Carey. Good header by Zekro. Ward again. Plenty of Wrexham pressure. They need the ball in the area. Carey's header. Comfortably dealt with in the end by Grimming. Delighted Peterborough support. 10 minutes into the second half. Peterborough leading 2-1. Tony Humes seemingly struggling there. He is limping badly. Morrison. Good cross. Good header. It's going nuts off the line. Carey, I think, with a clearance. And a real let-off for Wrexham. But Tony Humes is limping badly in the heart of that defence, and that can't be helping Wrexham's cause. Oh, and Peter Ward is caught late there by Andy Edwards. And that'll be another booking. Ward is in some discomfort. But this is the opportunity which presented itself to Peterborough.
And again, against a flighted ball into the far post. Ken Charlie getting up at the far post, winning the header. But a lot of Wrexham defenders in there doing well, clearing the danger.
That's the foul on Peter Ward, with Andy Edwards committed to the challenge. Caught the Wrexham player and was promptly booked. Kevin Russell. Ryan Hughes. Chalk. And it's a touchdown, yes! It's Steve Watkin. He's equalised again. Much to delight of the Wrexham supporters behind that goal. And it's Steve Watkin who, as we have said earlier, has made his name in the FA Cup, and he's brought Wrexham level.
Well, a striker's goal again from Steve Watkin, just getting half a yard in front of the defender. And how often is he going to do that in the FA Cup? Little flick header from Brian Hughes there. How about that for a striker's goal? Off balance, going away from goal, just gets that all-important touch with his left foot. Just tickle it into the bottom corner.
Martin Chalk with a header, and well, finished really well by Steve Watkin. It's been a dramatic start to the second half. 2 goals. Chalk now. Good cross, Kevin Russell. Yes! Oh, yes! It's Kevin Russell again. What scenes here! The man who scored the winner at West Ham, quite dramatically, but within 30 seconds of Steve Watkin equalising, has given Wrexham the lead. What a goal from Kevin Russell.
Well, Martin Chalk, really the first time with a bit of space in front of him to go at defenders. And really, I think Kevin Russell does wonderfully well there, because he tells everybody on his run to get out of the way. It's his ball. He just flicks it over the goalkeeper, in off the crossbar. 2 great goals for Wrexham in a short period of time.
Clark. Tony Humes is struggling. Peter Ward's presence was enough. Connolly. Given away by Connolly, though. Dwelt rather on possession. Opportunity here. Marriott saves from Charlie. How crucial could that save be, I wonder? A warning there, definitely, for Wrexham, but it's end-to-end now. Watkins gone through the middle. Chalk. Watkins continued his run. Tries to get behind Bodley, who concedes the throw. Chalk and Ward. Ward. Russell. Russell! Oh, Kevin Russell! His second goal. Wrexham's 4th. And this cup tie has quite dramatically been turned on its head. And it's Kevin Russell. And Bart Greenig just cannot believe it. And it's Rooster, who maybe has taken Wrexham into the next round.
Well, still a long way to go. But this is a superb finish. Heading out, all-important first touch here. Sets him up onto his right foot. Drills it into the bottom corner of the net. But it was the first touch from Kevin Russell was the important touch. Watch this. Out of his feet, sets himself up, and picks his spot in the bottom corner.
As you quite rightly say, there's a long way to go, but I can't remember a game being turned on its head so dramatically and so quickly.
Well, these are games between Peterborough and Wrexham over the years. Always something happening all the time in the match.
Getting pain as Peterborough try to get back into this game. They need a goal desperately. Ebden, though, concedes possession. And, well, it's a late challenge. The Wrexham players are angered by that challenge. I think it's on Peter Ward. And Marcus Ebden's first contribution, I would imagine, is to be booked. Difficult to say from here, but it was late. It's a yellow card. Frustration, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's frustration. He had set himself up for a shot, but that's a reckless challenge. You know, some referees would have sent Marcus Ebden off for that. That's two-footed from about 4 yards, you know, above the knee. That's a reckless challenge.
Willis. Chance here, good challenge coming in again. Saved by Marriott. Danger is far from over, Wrexham far from convincing. Deflection off Tony Humes, the header from Payne, corner, but a warning for Wrexham, this game is far from over.
This is a superb save from Andy Marriott, you know. From Ebden on as a sub down to his left-hand side, making up for the mistake.
Still the danger isn't over. Bodies everywhere. Appeals for handball, still they can't clear. It's blocked again. Well, the Wrexham goal is leading a charmed life, to say the least. And it's not over yet. Back come Peterborough. Away by Watkin this time. And Kevin Russell, only though as far as Ebden. Well then, dead embrace. Looking for chalk. What a change in emotion. They looked down and out when Carl Griffiths made it 2-1. They were delighted. Eric Payne with the corner. Marriott has stayed on his line. Again, Wrexham not too convincingly trying to clear. Suspicion of handball, but the referee was really well placed and didn't react at all. Free kick against Chalk. Andy Edwards. Edwards will again just knock that ball towards the edge of the Wrexham penalty area. Again, the flick is on. Carey's missed it. Marriott goes down.
Again, it's the Wrexham players find it very difficult to get it away. Chance, hands up. Some refs would have given that.
I think you've seen enough to suggest that this game is far from over, despite Wrexham's 4-2 lead. Simon Clark. Quarter of an hour to go between Wrexham and the trip to St Andrews. Willis though, Charlery, it's blocked and it's away. It's dead embrace. Penalty! Well, he's given a free kick for obstruction, I presume. We'll have to have a look at that incident again. Peterborough supporters around us feel aggrieved, to say the least. Nevertheless, it's still danger for Wrexham. The challenge was made, the player went down, and well, the Peterborough players looked to the referee for a penalty. The referee gave a free kick. Griffiths wasn't too far away, but that will be a point of discussion after the game.
To be fair, they've had enough chances, Peterborough, to get themselves a goal. Just that one drifting over the crossbar. But I'm sure Brian Flynn or even Joey Jones was out on that field now. You know, they'd be really concerned about how they're defending. Giving far too much space. Charlery a couple of moments ago had so much time and space in the penalty box.
Ebden. Willis. Good interception though for Wrexham again by Brian Hughes. Now that the break is on here, he's got Watkin to his right. He might go all the way here. Brian Hughes, he could settle it now. Brian Hughes, that would have been an outstanding goal, but he was denied at the end by Bart Grimming. But what a superb run by Brian Hughes.
This was worth the admission on its own here. Showing good balance, knowing exactly what he's going to do. Just didn't tickle it away from the goalkeeper there. What a goal that would have been.
Seemingly, it's a trip to Birmingham in round 5. Clark. Humes is there. Willis. From distance, good shots. Again, not too far away. Payne. And it's revenge, Ian, for last season's defeat in the Cup at this very ground. There could be a 5th goal on here. Russell could get his hat-trick if he's fed at the right time by Watkin. Well, he gets the ball, but not when he would have wished to receive it, I'm sure. Battling away, making life difficult. It's a Peterborough throw, and a bit of wrestling between Greg Heal and Kevin Russell. In a very competitive game.
Yes, Kevin Russell having a little bit of fun, trying to waste as much time as he can in the corner.
And that's it. That's the final action. The referee blows the whistle, and there's the hero for Wrexham, the goal-scoring hero. 2 goals from Kevin Russell, a super sub at Upton Park. He was in the starting lineup this evening, and when Wrexham went 2-1 down, when Carl Griffiths made it 2-1, it looked an uphill battle. But Kevin Russell really transformed the game with 2 goals. He'll milk the applause, and Wrexham, Ian Walsh, through to the next round.
What I think you can say about all the Wrexham players, they performed wonderfully well on the night. But there's the man that just had that little bit of quality, little bit of class in front of goal that changed things for Wrexham in the second half.
What a cup tie.
Yeah, it was quite a magnificent match in every aspect. Obviously, we've won the game. We've come from being goals behind, showed tremendous character and commitment, and in the end, deservedly won.
Yes, you don't make things easy for yourselves in the Cup this season, do you?
I thought, well, it's going to be a draw. If things went to form, it was going to be a draw, and we go back to the racecourse. But and our record here, which, to be honest, since I've been manager, has been abysmal. I don't think we've even got a point from this ground. But to come here and play the way we did, there was a level of criticism at us on Saturday where we didn't play well. But I think as I said, the best word to describe today's performance is magnificent.
I mean, 2-1 down at the start of the second half. The transformation was incredible with those 3 goals.
Well, to score 3 goals in quick succession is obviously it's a nice bonus. But the way that we did it, the finishing was actually, obviously, Kevin Russell's goals influenced the game again. But all round, a sense of elation having come here and played the way we did.
What about those 2 goals?
Yeah, I could have had that really. The one in the first half that I had, I struck that really well. I thought that one was in, and then the 2 after that, I was really pleased with. At the moment, you have this bit of run, everything I hit seems to go in at the moment, and I just hope it continues.
Because the first one, it was a difficult one, wasn't it? The ball came at you quite hard.
Yeah, both the goals. The first one, I think, was the better of the 2. We started to move deep in our own half. Chalky's got a good cross, and I've arrived just at the right time. And it was just a matter of trying to make good contact with it, and it just went in the top corner. And I was more pleased with that than the second one. Really, it was more harder of a chance.
Once you'd gone 4-2 up, a few anxious moments at the other end. Then they threw everything at you, didn't they?
Well, that's typical of Barry Fry's team. I think they went up 6 up front. I think they did at one stage. They just said, "Well, get the ball forward," and they had chances. And Andy Murray had to make a couple of good saves. So it was important for us at that time that they didn't get a goal, because if it went to 4-3, who knows what would have happened.
And there's ample revenge for last season's defeat.
Yeah, we played. In fact, last year when we lost 1-0, we played better on that day than we did tonight, and we lost 1-0 to a freak goal from a corner. So in many ways it's nice coming back here and getting a result like that.
The run goes on. It's Birmingham City away now.
Yes, it's going to be nice. Big stadium, big First Division club. Obviously, we've spoiled one or two people. Obviously Barry wanted to go back to Birmingham, but that's football, isn't it? It's going to be another good day out. I'm sure we'll take 4,000-5,000 fans to St Andrews, and it'll be another good day out.
Well, you're not wrong there, Brian, but that's going to be a game for another occasion. An incredible away win, such a memorable match for Wrexham. And not only did it break that awful run of results we enjoyed at Peterborough, didn't enjoy, it also was the start of something else. Did you notice that run by Brian Hughes through the second half when, in the end, the goalkeeper saved at his feet? Well, 2 weeks later, Wrexham went back to Peterborough in the league. We'd drawn 1-1 at home to them, and we won 1-0 when Brian Hughes repeated that run, and this time managed to find a finish. So 2 wins at Peterborough in a fortnight, having previously never really done well there at all. A memorable game, which led to another memorable cup tie. We'll get around to that one sometime, but wow, great memories. I'm Mark Griffiths from Wrexham AFC. Join me next Thursday for another of Wrexham's greatest games.